Hi everyone, thank you for your lovely comments on my Instagram video regarding anxiety. I thought I would give it a crack and do this video. Now I don't have any notes, so I'm just going to wing it. Before I start, I do want to say that obviously I'm not a medical professional. I'm sharing my experience with you guys. You guys have said that you want to hear what has helped me with my anxiety. So I am simply sharing what has worked for me. Always, first and foremost, I would recommend you see a doctor if you're struggling. So I just want to reiterate today, I am simply sharing my story and what has worked for me to manage and help overcome my anxiety and panic attacks. So I guess we can start from the beginning, I guess. I've always been a worrier since I was a child. I love my family, I love my mum dearly, but I was raised by a mother who loved me very much and still loves me very much to this day, but she worried. She was constantly worrying about the what ifs, the what coulds, and that's how I was brought up. And I do believe to a certain level, you know, you adapt, or not adapt, but I mean those behaviours, it's a learned behaviour. So naturally, as I've gotten older, I worry, you know, I stress about the what ifs, the what coulds, and unfortunately for me, that has led to anxiety for me. And it took me a while to sort of, I guess, realize that that's what it was. It was kind of always there in the background. When did I first really notice my anxiety, which led sort of more to my panic attacks? I can probably pinpoint it. I was on a plane, so my partner and I were in a long distance relationship, and I was on a plane to Melbourne. Now, just so everyone's clear, I'm going to talk about triggers and whatnot. So if you find listening to people sharing stories about anxiety or hearing triggers is going to upset you, then please don't watch this video. I know for me personally, I find myself getting a bit nervous when I hear people talking about their triggers. I've worked through that, but I'm just giving you a heads up. I'm going to talk about an experience where I had anxiety come on and a panic attack resulting from that. So if that is something that's going to upset you, maybe don't keep listening. If it's something you want to learn more about, obviously keep listening. Anyway, sorry, back to it. I was on a plane going to Melbourne to see my partner, and I'd just been able to take off, and I'd had a Red Bull, funnily enough, which I don't normally drink, or was it a can of egg? Anyway, as we were taking off, I just became really aware of the seatbelt sign. You know, you couldn't take your seatbelt off, and I was like, oh, you know, I'm trapped, I'm stuck in this chair, I can't get up right now because the sign says you can't take your seatbelt off. And it was so weird. From that moment, it triggered something in me. It was just sheer panic, like, I can't get out of my seat, I am stuck in this seat, I cannot get up. And from there, I had the racing heart, I had sweats, I felt like I was going to pass out. It was horrendous until finally the sign turned off and I got up and I was okay. So at the time, I didn't realize what that was. I attributed it to the energy drink. I thought, oh, a bit of a, you know, racing heart, whatnot. I didn't really sort of trigger at the time. As years went on, moments like that, where for me I feel trapped, that brings on my anxiety, that brings on a panic attack. It's horrendous. And so, yeah, I would be simply like walking to work, and I'd get to this sort of like, not alleyway, but it was like it's hard to describe. Anyway, through this shopping centre. And one day I was walking through and it became so apparent to me that I was stuck in the middle of the walkway because there were shops either side, and the only way was forward, and I literally couldn't move. I was stuck there, and the sheer panic that came on from that was horrendous. So I would avoid going into certain shopping centres as a result. Crazy, right? But to me, I was like, no, can't go in there because can't see an exit. Anyway, it got worse and worse. I was with friends at the fitness expo in Perth, and we went right into the crowd, and I had a panic attack come on. I said to them, I can't see an exit, I had to go outside. I was in tears. It was horrendous and horrible. I was trying to say it was horrible. Sorry, I'm just fixing my camera. Anywho, suffered for years. It got to the point in 2015, I'm going to say. I'm thinking 2014, no, 2015. I thought, I can't go on like this. This is horrible. So I had hypnotherapy before and it had worked a treat. So I thought, okay, maybe that will work. So I have seen, and I will continue to see, Phil Harrison at the Perth Hypnosis Centre. He's incredible. I went and saw him and he said to me, do you know what? We're not going to do hypnotherapy. So already I was like, woo, what are we going to do? He said, we're going to do something called EFT tapping. I'd never heard of it. Not in this video. I will do a demo. I promise you guys I will do a demo. I'm still a bit nervous about doing it. I'm looking at my regrowth. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. Anyway, EFT tapping is basically is acupuncture, but without the needles. So you tap on your pressure points. It works with anxiety, quit smoking, lose weight, depression. There's lots and lots of different challenges people may have in life that EFT tapping is beneficial. I promise you guys I'll do a video. Anyway, we did the tapping. Wow. So I went through all my emotions that come on with a panic attack or anxiety, and those were like the feeling of being stuck. I can't move. I'm stuck. I can't breathe. I could cry now thinking about that. That's the worst, when you're in the moment and you think, I'm going to pass out. I can't breathe. So that was a really strong trigger. For me, there are a few more, and I'm not going to go into it because obviously I'm getting emotional, but I have to tell you, we did the session where I was in there for just over an hour, and he gave me the manual so I can now do it at home. And anyway, I walked out of the session and I felt totally different. And there was, I think you guys would have remembered, I posted this on Instagram. There was a Coles that I couldn't go into. This is what set me off. I rang my partner in tears because I said, I can't even go into Coles. Anyway, I'm jumping all over the place. But so there was this Coles down in the escalator. Every time I would attempt to go down there, I would run out because I just couldn't do it. So Phil said to me, sorry, I'm fixing the camera, go to that Coles. I promise you, you'll be able to go down the escalator and you'll be able to go in there. And I was like, okay. So the next day I was walking down the street, I'm like, okay, where are these feelings? They're not there. I was almost trying to will them to come on and they didn't. Walking in.